the dark. Dig Daddy's out there with a fire in his heart. Pay dirt on the table, sifting through the night. Glitter in his eyes, everything feels right. Hand in the water, fingers in the mud. Buckets full of promise, gold in the blood. Gear on the bench, tools of a trade. Hustling through the silence, riches to be made. Big Daddy digging deep into the vein. Paint dirt on his hands never goes in vain. Backyard prospecting, this ain't no game. Gold fever burning hotter than a flame. Shed lights flicker, shadows on the wall. Dreams of El Dorado, treasures big and small. You and all the gadgets, keeping spirits high. Every nugget found makes the heart fly. Camera rolling, capture every gleam. Subscribers tuning in, living out the dream. Broken nails and dirt, but a heart so true. Big Daddy's gold rush, it's a path to pursue. Big Daddy digging deep into the vein. Paint dirt on his hands never goes in vain. Backyard prospecting, this ain't no game. Gold fever burning hotter than a flame. Shed lights with the shadows on the wall. Dreams of El Dorado, treasures big and small. Reviewing all the gadgets, keeping spirits high. Every nugget found makes the heart fly. Camera rolling, capture every gleam. Subscribe.
Doop-de-doop-doo. What's up? Merry Christmas. On the way to Merry Christmas anyways. Ho, 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 everybody. Dig Daddy out here in the shed. I hope you guys can hear me all right. I got my mic turned all the way up, so you should be able to hear me. Happy Monday. It's good to see you all here. Everybody who's already in the room, what is going on? Man, there's so many people here. I can't even go down the line, but we've been chatting. So hello to everybody, and hello to everybody else who's just joined. It is great to see you all here. As always, we'll have a little giveaway at the end of the show, so don't forget to hit that pin message and leave a comment on that comment video if you want to get entered in for tonight's Sloppy Seconds. We're going to be checking out. I don't have any dirt prepared, so I just grabbed something out of my pay dirt pile. A little bag, a little sack of something that I picked up at the miners rally. I've been wanting to go through it. It's from goldpannersguide.com. It is gold concentrate straight from their dredge and into my pan. Gold in every bag. So we'll see what's up with that. Maybe there'll be a shitload of gold and I'll keep it for myself. Nah, we'll see what's up. But what is up, everybody? It's good to see everybody. I see some new faces, old faces, faces returning. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? I hope the weekend treated you well. For me, you saw my review video, did some of that pay dirt from Gold Bay, and it was not too bad. I got more out of it than the guaranteed, so you can't really call that anything but good. So pretty decent stuff. I definitely think the bigger bag would have been the way to go, because then I would have got more gold. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, and I won't knock them for it, because again, I got more than the guarantee. And if you get more than the guarantee, you cannot complain. That's the rule. That's the rule in pay dirt. If you sign on for the minimum and you get any more than that, you're good. Some people are sketch about shit like that. If it's not 150%, they're just like, nah, fuck that, I got robbed. I always see these posts on Facebook, people talking about, oh, pay dirt's a scam. And it can be, for sure, but I hate seeing people with that mentality, thinking that it's all a scam. You just got to set your expectations and stick with the sellers that meet your expectations. That's really all there is to it. That's the bottom line to really anything in life. You know, if you can figure... Here, I don't want to keep this on my head because it's a beautiful hair that I put product in and got all brushed and stuff. I bothered to comb my hair, so... I'll save the hat for a little closer to Christmas when things are a little bit more hectic. And I don't have time to brush my hair. Looks like the dirt. Well, you know, dirt, that's what you're buying is dirt. Hell yeah, DB Prospecting. Happy birthday to you. Don't forget to leave a comment on the comment video, and maybe you'll wind up getting yourself some pay dirt for your birthday after all. I wish somebody would buy me pay dirt for my birthday. My birthday is on Friday. You know? My wife don't even buy me pay dirt. I gotta buy my own pay dirt. I don't even buy myself pay dirt because I do pay dirt review. So it's just like, I don't want to, you know, go buy myself pay dirt because then the gold out of that I'm just gonna throw in my vial and then it'll just wind up being on the review. So, sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to rub it in. Midnight Michigan. Modern Michigan. Wholesale membership. What are we talking about? What are we selling? What are we selling here? Selling pay dirt, bro? Bradley, 4808. Hold on a second. There's some sort of creature right here buzzing. To your question, yes, I do still sell toolboxes. It's a funny story. Funny that you asked because I was actually going to make an announcement about that tonight. So I appreciate you because that kind of helps lead me into my segue. So I went to the store to get some more of the little toolboxes, the little micro toolboxes, because I ran out. And when I got there, I noticed all the toolboxes are different now. They're new. They've redesigned them. They got new molds. Everything's different. I think I mentioned that before. So I had to pivot, as Ross would say. And I had to figure out something there because obviously now the design is different. The insides are different. Everything about them is different. They're completely different. So everything that I had before doesn't quite work anymore. Now for the little toolbox, the micro, I've solved that problem, and I'll give you guys an example of this here. Here's one of the new ones. Here, we'll zoom out so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is one of the new micro toolbox solutions. They're a slightly bigger. The old one was a 12-inch box. They've resized. They're a 13-inch box now, a little bit wider, yada, yada, yada. Let's open her up. Boom. So before I had some little things built in and hooks that I had on the structure. They did away with all of the structure in the toolbox. So I couldn't mount all the stuff to anything. So I had to redesign everything. So now what you got is this little holder here. Hey, it looks like a shovel. So you know that's where your little shovel goes. And it holds it in place. You got a little holder here for your frog piss. Holds it in place so you have somewhere to go there. this just screws on till it's the flatter back, like you can see. And then you take the wire, run it up and through, drop it in, and then right there you got your toolbox all ready to go. All right. Frog piss, because it's waterproof, it's surfactant. Jet dry. I don't know why we picked it up calling it frog piss, but that's just kind of a nickname we use for it. Because we figure frogs are waterproof, so I don't know. But anyways, you got your plug, and of course you got your little power supply that's included as well. Right there, variable power supply. Boom. So yeah, this is the new setup. And honestly, I'm actually kind of glad that things worked out the way they did, because it forced me to redesign and improve it. And so I was able to crank out 5 of these. And so I was getting ready to start the design on the bigger toolbox loose, but my printer is acting up. And so I think it's about that time of year that I have to get a new 3D printer, because the old one is deciding to be an asshole. And frankly, I can't stand dealing with it not wanting to print. If I set a print and it's supposed to print for 4 hours, and I can't get it to do the first couple layers properly, even though everything is set up the way it's supposed to be, I don't know what to do with that, you know? So it's like, I know if I get a new printer, it'll print right, and then I can figure out what's wrong with the old one and fix it if I can. It's a Creality, it's an Ender 3 K1, it's their last year's hot model. This year, I think it's time to get a multi-filament printer, because there's a couple of things that I'd really like to print, but I don't, that I want to, I'd like to do them in multicolor. Nah, I'm not going to go bamboo. The bamboos are nice, but they're too invasive with their online aspect. You Hold on a sec. I gotta figure out what is this thing buzzing at me. I don't know. That was weird. Creek drops. Well, MMP. I'd have to check it out. If you have a link to your website, if you could email that to me, I'd love to check it out. I don't mind being kind to the environment. Send me an email with your website. You can drop it in here, but I'll be fairly stoned by the time this stream's over, and I'll forget. I don't know, I just keep hearing some buzzing over there. I hope I'm not tripping out. Maybe I am. Maybe I watched some of that HR Puffin stuff and now my brain's all dope. Anyways. So yeah, back to the toolbox loop. So this is them. The other thing I think I'm gonna change is I'm just gonna throw the magnet. I'm gonna make that part of the set and stop having it as an inclusion. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you bought one of these, would you want a magnet for it too? Let me know. No, it's not the I sign. I just plugged that in, and the buzzing was happening before that. It could be tinnitus. That very well could be. I'm thinking it might be my fridge. My little fridge cooler. I think that might be what's buzzing. But it's turned off right now, so I don't know why it would be. Shit, man. I don't know. The monsters are coming to get me. Yeah, protect your ears. That damage is done for me, man. But I'll just say, if you're going to go to a loud rock concert, don't be all like, oh, I'm a man. I ain't no pussy. And not bring earplugs. Because let me tell you, not being able to hear ain't manly. Laying there and like something triggering your deaf spot and your ear just going thump, 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 to the beat of whatever music somebody's listening to, but you're not hearing bass or a note, you're just hearing the thudding of your eardrum. That's not fun. It'll drive you mad. So, protect your ears. Oh yeah, no, my hearing is all right. It's just I have like a certain frequency that's a dead spot. And I guarantee it's from listening to music too loud in my car when I was younger, and I thought, you know, big whooping bass was the coolest shit ever. You know? So we're sitting in my homie's car, and he's got two 15-inch solo barracks in the back of his Accord, and your ears are like bleeding, and you're just like, this is so cool. You can't hear for a week. Yeah. I mean, when it's that loud, earplugs don't help. That's probably what did it. But what I think did it most recently to me is I was at a System of a Down concert, maybe like 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, every time the wife talks at me, that's when I can't hear. I try playing that card sometimes, it doesn't work. But I was at a System of Down concert, and I'm like 20, 30 feet away from their speaker rack. And, I mean, the thing's like 2 stories tall of just huge freaking amplified speakers. That's gonna do some damage for you. Oh yeah, I love Soet. System of a Down. Soet. They're awesome. But their music is very, very loud, and you gotta keep that in mind when you go there. You know, take earplugs. You'll still hear everything just fine. It won't hurt the next day. You'll enjoy everything. Or it just drops off. Yeah, then you gotta double up sometimes. You gotta cover up the whole area and shove something in there. Yeah, for sure, Teddy. Enjoy it, man. I hope you have a great time going through it. Me, I'm in Washington, Western Washington, just outside of Seattle. The not so crazy area. Yeah. 60s through 80s and rock, loud. Construction, loud. Guns, loud. Yeah, your ship has sailed, brother. You're deaf. That's funny. I know I'm being watched. It's the government, man. There's little cameras in my LED sign. It's true. It's true. If you know the right people, you can absolutely get any kind of goodies wherever you are. Doesn't. I mean, people will say, "Oh, renting, blah." Man, if you know people, you can get them in any city, anywhere. You know, be like, "Oh yeah, I got some meth in Redmond." So yeah, that's kind of a surprise. They like their pills up there. I don't know. I don't do drugs. Awesome. Yeah, I was wondering what you guys all thought of the Christmas weed, weed, the Christmas dirt. Oh, that's funny. What are the odds of gold dropping? Not good. Gold's probably not gonna drop. You know, unless the U.S. dollar just, for whatever reason, hits the NOS and shoots up in value. There'd be no reason for gold to really move much. You know, it's a stable commodity, and it needs to be a stable commodity. There's too much industry that weighs on it. And though it went up about that much over the course of a year and a half, it was a slow gradual. Now, if it just dropped off, it'd be awesome because pay dirt would get a lot sweeter, but I think a lot of other things would change. Honestly, we're just going to get to a point where going out and panning is really going to be the best way to actually get gold. I mean, it really is already to begin with, because, you know, if you can get it essentially at the cost of your labor and a little bit of gear. I mean, I love the high price of gold. I just wish I had more of it and I didn't have to recycle it every month so that I can pay for next month's pay dirts. That's my only hang up about the gold going up. Yeah, but they keep finding more gold. They just found another deposit up in Hunan. You know, they're talking like 1,000 tons. I don't know. Maybe I'm lowballing it, but it's a lot. It is a lot. Thank you, Donna. You're awesome. Thank you so much. But at the end of the day, as like small time hobbyists, and honestly, even the biggest of us are hobbyists. You know, even a lot of the guys on Gold Rush, compared to the big corporations that are just taken and taken, you know, they're like at the top of the hobbyists, or the low end of the the big what do you call them, operations. You know, I mean, we're all only taking so much gold out of the ground. You know, the gold at the river, nobody was going to get that anyways. You know, if you really want the big amounts of gold, you got to buy a mountain, and you got to dig that mountain, turn that mountain into a hole, and then fill that hole back in and plant a bunch of trees. Those are the dudes making the industry. And we don't really have that here in the U.S., you know? China is like, fuck it, let's dig some holes, man. They're like, if there's gold there, we want it. We need that shit. But us, we're just like, meh, I don't know. Let's dig for lithium, which is a very valuable commodity as well. Do we really? I mean, I don't know. Used to be everybody had a gold operation somewhere. Once upon a time. Are the mills in Washington in the shitter? What do you mean? Honestly, I don't pay attention to anything. Maybe they're in the shitter. I figure everything's in the shitter right now. You know? What can you do? The salmon are returning, though, because they opened up some dams that were blocking them. So hopefully they'll realize that it wasn't the prospectors and dredging that were killing the salmon. It was the fucking dam that blocked their natural pathway. Who knew? Well, everybody knew, except apparently the state. But they figured that out. Oh, like lumber mills. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there's an operation out closer to the coast and maybe up north. Yeah, hobbyist miner, really anybody who doesn't have representation is always going to be their first line of somebody to blame. You know? Somebody who isn't present to speak up for themselves, somebody who doesn't even know that the meeting is taking place, they're going to point at them and be like, look, man, it's these assholes. They're just doing all the damage. And, you know, they're such dicks. They didn't even bother to show up. Meanwhile, it's like, I didn't know we were supposed to show up. Nobody sent me any kind of notification. I'm just supposed to know. I'm just a dude digging a hole at the river. I didn't know anybody's supposed to show up to this thing that nobody told anybody about. And then they make things illegal based on these meetings. And they're like, well, nobody spoke up. And it's like, the fuck? So I don't know, man. Sometimes the state can kiss my ass when it comes to things like that. Oh, it is about that time. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. Yes. So like I say, I got this little bag of dirt here. Some gold coins. I'm going to dump this in the cup. And let's fire up the sluice. So let's head over. Get some sluice and some tunes. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Move the microphone over so you can still hear me. This one here was one of the candidates for this week's video. Like, really? I can't use water from the river to wash rocks that I found in the river because somewhere in all of that process, I picked up some toxins that I'm now putting back into the river. Like, wait a minute. How's that logic work? As far as I'm concerned, that's circular. That's a zero cost entry. We got some fresh water, nice clean water in here. Damn it, Bacchus. But what if there's no fish there? Then what am I killing? And actually, I know that it doesn't. I have fish tanks. I stir that shit up all the time. Those fish are just fine. I don't buy it. Now I think you're a plant by the CIA. I don't have one. It was all a front. Ha 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 ha. No, I'm just playing. I ain't trying to hurt no fish, you know? But if they're not present, then why do I need to worry about them? You know, if they don't like the silt, there's a whole river's worth of water that they can excuse themselves to. How's that any worse than me throwing a rod and a hook, yanking that fucker out, and tossing them back? You know? It's just the fishing industry is too big for the government to fuck with it. The fishing industry's got a lot more consumables that generate a lot of money every year. But you buy a pan, you're good, you know? You don't need... Unlike me, I mean, I'm always buying pans. But like, normal people don't need 20 different pans. I don't know, I'm already a little contentious about the man telling me what I can do on land they stole from me. Excuse me? You kiss my asshole, Mr. Man. I try to follow their rules, but sometimes I'm like, shit. I question that heavily. So that is the dirt. Run and run. Let's hit it with a magnet real quick. See what's up. Now the magnetics in there. Drop it down there a couple times. Give it a chance to give up any gold that it might be trying to hold on to. Alright. Lovely. See any of the gold in there. Definitely saw some little pieces in there. Not a huge amount, but there's also a lot of heavies in there that's probably obscuring our view. Alright, nice and clean. Move you guys up a little bit so you can get a better angle. No, it's not too bad. I think this bag maybe set me back $10. Nice little sampling of that gold, that shiny shine. There's some what look to be little pieces of lead in there as well. Yeah, I know what to do. First off, let's get any other magnetics out of the way. Damn, shit's thick in there. Thick. Oh, I have so many inappropriate comments. Behave. It's not the audience. Family friendly. Alright. Look at that gold. Love it. Gonna squeeze it. Gonna hug it. Gonna make it my own. Well, for a little bit anyways. Then it goes to one of you guys. Make sure to leave your comment on the comment video if you want this gold for yourself. All these little pieces in here. Little chunky chunks, a lot of little fine pieces too. Alright, let's pan it back again, make sure we didn't leave anybody behind. Oh, yep, there's a straggler. Why are you hiding, you guys? Oh, you want to surf, huh? Nope, in there you go. You too. Alright. Everybody's got it. Got it. Stuff. Smack it. This is where I get my NC-17 rating, right here. That sloppy sound right there. The AI is just going to be like, dude, I don't know what's going on, but that sound is inappropriate. Is he doing that to a robot? Sense. Got my pan and pig gold nugget in my hand. Shiny treasures gleaming, that sack of pay dirt, striking it rich, man, it's gone. Whoa, what am I burning up here? Oh, damn. Prospecting through the night, ain't no cheat. The Washington pay dirt sure is sweet. Oh, come on. Got this mad updraft coming off of the heater over here. I think it's starving the torch for oxygen. Alright, that's as much hot as heat as I want to throw on it. Just in case that is lead, if I get it any hotter, it's going to melt and it's going to make the gold all funky. I don't want to do that. Thank you, Bradley. Appreciate you. Oh, I watch plenty of those videos. Cold fever, it grips me, can't let go. Searching through the river, found my glow. Sifting through the dirt under. And I know I'm the wrong color to exert my freedom of speech, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. It's showtime. Dig Daddy back at this chair here in the shed. What is up? Alright, let's hang out for a bit while that gold cools down. I got some questions here. It's Q&A time. So, I'm going to go ahead and take my first question. Bradley, 4808, what do you think of Gold Hog mats? Honestly, I don't know. And the reason I don't know is because I have a 6-inch sluice, right? And they sell their mats by like 36 inches long and 6 inches long and 36 inches wide. And it's like, if I want to have a combination of their mats to check shit out, I gotta spend like $200 on mats, right? Mats that I'm gonna cut down to 6 inches. That may just be my own personal fault for having a small sluice and wanting to maximize the potential of their mat. But at the same time, after having used Dream Mat and their one simple solution that can be consistent throughout the entirety of the mat, I ask myself, why do I need all of these different kinds of riffles and ruffles and burps when at the end of the day, once my water is going through the sluice, I am now in a controlled environment that I'm controlling. And I just want the best kind of scrubber for the job. One kind, and Dream Mat's been that one kind. And they sell it in a logical configuration, in common sizes that a hobbyist will use, as opposed to treating me like I'm a production mining company who's going to order, 36 by 48 feet of sluice mat, and I'm okay with dropping how much money that entails. I reached out to them once to ask them if, hey, do you guys have any cutoffs or anything? Because I have a 6-inch sluice and I'd like to try out your materials. I do reviews, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yeah, let me get back to you. And I never heard back from him ever again. So I was just like, all right, well, peace. This just seems like a logical thing that I think a lot of people would want, and to not be stuck having to over-purchase material or mats, very expensive mats, just to get what they want, What's going on, Tim? Yeah, wheezing. It was cold, man, so don't judge me. It was cold. Yeah, and that's right. Dream Mat's going to catch the stuff. In my experience, Dream Mat's going to catch it all right there in the first 6 inches of the sluice anyways, for the most part. So, what can you say? Why do I mean, a lot of times I'm curious why people are running these long-ass sluice runs. I get it. It's for insurance. They want to run a lot of material quickly, and they need that assurance that somewhere along the line, the gold they're trying to catch is going to get caught. But in a hand-controlled environment, like we create a lot in the small sluices, I don't know. It's just extra shit to carry in. Yep. Drinking my OJ. It's just OJ. There's nothing special about it tonight. It's just OJ. I felt like I should probably have some vitamin C. Yeah, I got my gold cube somewhere behind me here. It rarely comes out. It's just such a pain to set up. If I'm going to the beach, it goes with me. It doesn't go anywhere else. Yeah, I got one of the new, where is it? It's up there. It's like the banjo mat size, like the Buddy. I'm thinking maybe if I keep making the large toolbox, I might make a header based on that larger mat. I don't know. So much extra space. Need a header? The switchback cleanups. I like the idea. It looks cool. But I mean, it's a great pay dirt sluice. It's excessive for cleanups because, I mean, you only need one small mat for clean, unless you're running a lot of material, but then again, you're going to want a longer because, you're going to pile up more gold. You don't want to have to clean it up so often. But I'm sure it'd be great for a pay dirt sluice, for sure. I swear it's just orange juice. There's nothing funky or special about it. I got sage burning over here. That's all the discombobulation I need, man. Yeah, I will be putting these new toolbox sluices. I got 5. I need to take some pictures and figure out if I want to change up the pricing to include the magnet, you know? Trying to figure it out. Because then I'll want to make another thing to hold the magnet, maybe. See, that's the problem, is I want to sell them, but then I start thinking, oh, well, maybe I should change it. And so then I'm going to go through maybe another 2 revisions before I'm finally done messing with it. And then I'll feel bad because everybody who buys it now will be like, well, I need the thing. I want to try to keep it the same price as the existing micro toolbox sluice. And what I was getting at is I might just add 5 quantity to that and just know that it's going to be the new edition. I just need to update the pictures. That was like when I started this topic like an hour ago or so. That was my ultimate thing I was going to get at, is I'm going to post these 5 quantity up, and but the pictures are going to be of the old toolbox sluice. So don't complain when you get the new one, because I'm going to update the pictures ASAP. But it won't be tonight, but I'll put them up for sale tonight because I know people want to try to get them before Christmas. So there'll be 5 quantity of them available by the end of tonight. Actually, shit, let's just do it right the hell now, because all I got to do is go here and up quantity. Do 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 do. Damn. There it is. Alright, so the price is going to go up to... The price is actually $100, and it's been on sale basically since I started selling it. But the sale price is now going to be $90, and that's going to include the... whatever the hell I was just talking about. The magnet. It'll have the magnet. The wind and the will. No, this is my design. This is Freddie the Mooch coming home after a prospecting trip. Anyways, new price is $90. Inventory is 5. And description. Alright, done. Cool, so if y'all want to check out the Toolbox Sluice, it is live on the website. Go check it out. Try to, hopefully, those should get by Christmas. Be quick about it. Don't dilly-dally and dawdle and shit. And I'll try my best to make sure that they get where they need to go. ASAP. Alright. Yeah, go find yourself some backyard prospecting merch. So you can support the channel, wear cool stuff to Christmas, and have all your family be like, what the hell's a backyard prospecting? And you can tell them, shit dog, thought you knew. 6'7". And then all the kids will roll their eyes because, fucking uncle's trying to be cool again. Alright, what did it level out at? 0.024. Which is kind of low. So, me being the altruistic, kind fellow that I am, I'm going to throw a little bit of extra in there. A little extra chunky chunks. Sweeten up that pot. Again, if you want this gold right here, doubled up, you need to make sure to leave a comment on that comment video, because that's how you do it. Well, I am searching out a label. Could have swore I had one more. Has it been that many weeks already? Am I out of stickers? I am. Ooh, lolly. What a tragedy. I'm out of sloppy second stickers, apparently. I thought I had one more out here, but I guess I'm an asshole and I don't. So, excusez-moi Frencho. We'll just call it a 10 sack. How about that? Oh, I really screwed that one up. All right. What's the date today? 12/8/26. Dig Daddy approved. And how much would we say we got? 0.63. All right. Firstly, we got to put some dirt in this bag because you can't have pay dirt without dirt. It's kind of in the name. And we're going to do a crappy job at weighing the bag down and put 2 yen coins in there. And the reason I say that because the yen coin is only 1 gram and they actually float on water like a spider. So now that I got that image in your head, pour some dirt, make a mess, grab some gold, make a mess. And since I'm also in the holiday spirit, ho ho ho, let's throw a little green and red, some garnets. Peridot. Spectacular. And so that nobody can say that I swiped the gold out of the bag before I shipped it, we're going to seal it on the spot. I know, right? They're going to be gone, like, since I'm doing 2 a week. 1, 2, 3 more. 3 more weeks and I'm all out of yen. And it's messed up because if you want to buy a yen in the US, you got to spend like 3 cents. And if you think about that conversion rate, like, you're definitely on the losing end. Because, like, a yen is only, like, 1/3 of a cent. So, there's people making a lot of money selling Japanese currency to stupid Americans for 100 times what it's worth. And I'm one of them because I bought a roll of, like, 100 of them. So, there you go. Alright, well, whenever you get paid, I'll still have them. Apparently, this is how I'm supporting the channel now, by making toolbox sluices. Bitpool prospecting, yes! Good man. Good going, Tim. That's the way. If you want to win, you got to leave a comment up there. So, I'll give you guys a few more minutes to get it done. And then we'll hop over and give away some pay dirt here. Just want to thank you all for hanging out with me here tonight. As the season here go to shit, I'm going to be hanging inside a lot now. So, it's going to be more and more important to find that good pay dirt. So stay tuned because I got more pay dirt reviews on the way. And all of that. So I don't really plan on slowing down anytime soon. And I'm hoping by the time the season rolls back around next year, I'll have more opportunity to get out in the like the weekends. You know, a lot of the time, like, I didn't want to take off and leave my kid behind. Now he's not at home, so I'm not really leaving him behind, so I won't feel bad about going in and digging. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, I think everybody's had enough time to leave their comments on the thing. So let's head over to the All Watch. By the way, gold's price as of today, $4,212.40 per troy ounce. All right, good deal. Now, we got our Gall page. It's the blue one. We got 33 comments, 35 peoples. I might be one of them, so. All right. We're going to pick a winner here. Only unique authors, so if anybody threw extra comments on stuff, you're not going to win. Not like that. You only get one chance. So here we go. Let's do it. And what the fuck is this? Move. Dun, 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 dun. A3 Sky Warrior. Monday. Well, I know that guy. And I know he's a patron and I have his address. So I'm not worried about if he's here or not. I'm sure he is. If he is, awesome. You can chime in. If you're not, don't worry about it. I got your info. Patreon members. That's a benefit of being a Patreon member. So congratulations, A3. I know you're always there listening in the background. There you go. So, no worries. All right, congratulations. As long as your address is up to date on Patreon, I'll just send it out to there. Otherwise, let me know. Anybody else has something they want to tell me offline? There's the way to do it. digdaddy@backyardprospecting.com. I'm going to replace the pinned message so you know where to go. If you have any pay dirt that you've peeped out on and you're like, I want to check that out, but I don't know, send it to me. If anything, I'll just tell you my thoughts on it. And maybe I'll order a bag and check it out and do a review. And I'll have you to thank for pointing me in the right direction. So let me know. That's the way. That's a great way to let me know. Shoot me an email. Otherwise, once again, I just want to thank you guys for hanging out here with me. Monday nights are always better when you guys hang out with me here in the backyard. Otherwise, I would just be a dude hanging out in the shed talking to nobody, and that'd be weird. So I really appreciate that you guys are there on the other end of this. Yeah, so that's all I got for you this week. Don't forget to tune in on the weekend for, pay dirt review. I got a couple more nice bags that we're going to check out here. And don't forget to tune in next Monday for more BSing in the shed, where we do all the stuff that we just did. We'll do it again. So tune in for that. Otherwise, this is Dig Daddy signing out from the shed. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I will catch you in the backyard. Peace.